problem for the TCN staff to get to where this occurred, to get it restored, because that area is being occupied by terrorists. Now, what has been done is, what is being done now is that the security agencies are putting their hands together to get to that spot and try to eradicate or take away the threat that is being there for quite a while.
Director and Independent System Operator has said that the Shiroro Kaduna transmission line, which supplies power to northern Nigeria, was vandalized by insurgents. The Nigerian Senate has approved a request by President Bola Tinubu to refund a total of 24 billion naira to Kebbi and Nasarawa states for executing airport projects on behalf of the federal government. The Upper Legislative Chamber approved Tinubu's request following the submission of a report of the Committee on Local and Foreign Debts on the Promissory Notes Program for the refunds to Kebbi and Nasarawa states governments.
Promissory Note Program to settle outstanding claims and liabilities of Kebbi State Government, the sum of 15,137,336,000. Also the sum of 9,542,651,786 naira only, naira 11 kobo only, be reimbursed to Nasarawa State Government for the construction of Lafia Cargo Airport. Those in favor of prayer 2, please say, or community 2, please say aye. Those against say nay. The reimbursement debts to states, judgment debts and other debt liabilities incurred by the federal ministries, departments and agencies to avoid further costs and liabilities to the federal government. Those in favor of this prayer, please say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Was properly put together in the best manner possible.
Tinubu had asked the Upper Legislative Chamber to approve 15 billion naira for Kebbi and 9 billion naira for Nasarawa in May 2024. There was no objection to the President's request. The Senate therefore approved the Promissory Notes Program to settle outstanding claims and liabilities of Kebbi and Nasarawa states governments after it was put to voice votes by Deputy Senate President Barau Jibril. In a bid to enhance infrastructure development and boost economic growth in the state, the ENUGU state government has flagged off the construction of a 44.8 kilometer. Performing the flag off ceremony at Udi local government area, Governor Peter Amba emphasized the importance of the project, describing it as a game changer for the people of ENUGU state.
And that is essentially what paved roads do for us. Beyond the seamless movement of people and goods.
Similarly, Mba also flagged off the dualization of the 41-kilometer Abapa-Nike-Ogogo-Nike-Ekwebe-Opinsoka roads and the 3.6-kilometer Nike Lake-Penox Junction, known as T-Junction Road. Governor Mba, while flagging off the project, said it will reduce the travel time from Enugu to Nsukka to about 30 minutes and help boost economic activities in the state. Signature TV correspondent Chineme Merike will now report.
The dualization of Ababa-Nike to Nsukka Road, which cuts across Ekwebe and Oyo states. Mba said that the dualization
wide road or paving road, we're looking at an integrated economy. We want to grow this economy. And we know that when I was to come here, I had asked my team, but as you can see, we got here and our
Kingdom, Igwe Samuel Asado, expressed excitement and gratitude for the project. Kingdom, Igwe Samuel Asado, expressed excitement and gratitude for the project, assuring the governor of continued support from the area.
We cannot pay you enough, sir. Whatever you Nsukka Zone to thank you for this project. I have never seen this good.
Deputy Speaker Ezani Ezenta praised Governor Peter Mba for keeping his promises, while former Deputy Governor Chifa for keeping his promises, Why former Deputy Governor Chief Okechukwu
Can you do this? Your Excellency, you are proving us wrong today.
South, and also possibly to the southwest. So it's a link road to the south. So you are opening Nsukka to the world.
Chief Executive of the construction company, Cosmos Agro, promised to deliver the project.
To this your dream. We are committed parties. We are committed to deliver this project on schedule. We are committed to deliver this project.
ENUGU, they find it very difficult because of the bad road. But if the road is being done, both the poor and the rich are going to enjoy it. So we are happy that it's happening now, and we are happy that Otomba is taking the bull by the horn to get it done.
Ikebunam, Signature TV News.
Nigerian women in various professions converged on Shehu Yar'Adua Center, Abuja, to forge a common front to amplify the role of women in leadership, business, and politics. The event was christened the Abuja Women in Business and Politics Summit 2024.
The Abuja Women in Business and Politics Summit 2020 can build nations. Guest speaker, Honorable Gineka Tor Ijeoma, spoke about promoting national unity through equitable representation in her treatise on the roles of women in leadership. She said, women should help other inexperienced women as mentees and nurture them, be it in business or politics, until they could stand on their feet.
We will do better if we continue with training like this, where we will speak to each other's soul, where we will speak to one another one-on-one. Let me tell you something. Some people will not be here just because somebody will be here. For how long will you continue? Why don't you start allowing yourself? When you see where I don't have it right, it's not my fault. Why don't you help me to get it right? How many women seated here and say, I have mentors? Please raise up them. I have mentees. Raise up your hands. Mentees, you are sure. God bless you.
We wanted in PDP, our party, to give the vice chairman not where the present acting chairman is now. We wanted it to be a woman. And there was a well-established, quite well-known, respectable woman who brought upon and presented herself for that post. And a lot of them were backing and pushing. But when the vote was cast and we counted it, we couldn't find the women to vote. They are taking all of their own numbers and they are going to dump it behind a man. Imagine for a second if they had just used their number to back their own. Maybe today, as a result of the accident that threw up the new acting national chairman, we probably have acting national chairman that would have been a woman. And there are nations in the world that women have been president, women have been chairman, women have been everything. It is for the women.
I have in the midst here an ambassador to Mexico. He's sitting here. The woman is the president in Mexico. And coming up to the United States of America, because women believe we can do it. Well, here in Nigeria, there is so much hate. Please, my fellow women, together we are stronger. So one voice is a million voices.
National women leaders of both PDP, Mrs. Amina Darasimi Bryan, and our APC counterpart, Dr. Mary Idili Alili, grilled the women on the major summit objective, which was to show the men in office that they could compete with them, but would rather prefer to complement and complete them.
The political space is shrinking for the Nigerian woman. And so we are beginning to have conversations around women's participation and inclusion in politics. When you begin to look at the data, you will weep because Nigeria is nowhere in the global conversation. In the last elections, you had House of Assembly, 990 seats. We have only 4 women.
We believe that financial capacity is not together with politics, and we are making a big mistake.
You need to be financially capable to be able to compete for a political seat. Because what our leader was talking about at the last minute, all the women, of course, women oh yeah. If you give them 6 years, they will clap. Another bag of rice, they will clap. It's about the vote and on the free form. We don't want free form. We don't want free form. We will pay the money, but give us a free and a free level.
Need for Nigerians to amend some certain laws and create gender policies, which will see more women assume roles in the Senate, House of Representatives, and one day occupy the presidency or vice presidency position in Abuja. Nasir Usman for Signature TV News.
The Governing Council applied geophysics within the Faculty of that Professor Odo was selected from 18 applicants based on his experience in university teaching, research, and administration, stating that the appointment aligns with the provisions of Section 4 of the first schedule of the Nnamdi Azikiwe Establishment Act. Publications in reputable international journals, e-books, and monographs to his credit. Meanwhile, the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, staged a peaceful protest against the appointment, accusing the chairman of the university's governing council, Greg Mbadiwe, of imposition. Chairman of ASU Unizig chapter, Professor Kingsley Uboji, led the group carrying placards with various inscriptions. Of Dr. Sunday Orji said they had approached the court to challenge the appointment process, and the court had ordered the suspension of the election pending the determination of the substantive suit. Professor Odo will be the 7th on innovation in Africa. Chinwe Okoli, Special Advisor on Innovation and Business Incubation to the governor, said this at a news conference on Tuesday while unrolling the program of the Made in Anambra Innovative Week. Okoli said the Anambra Innovative Week, scheduled for Between and Innovators. She said the Innovation Week will be a leading platform for showcasing Nigerians and Africans' fast-growing and vibrant technology and innovations ecosystem in furtherance to the vision of making Anambra the Silicon Valley of Africa. Okoli said startups and innovators in various sectors such as health and renewable the permanent sites for solution innovation districts sitting on 13.7 hectares of land near the government house of Anambra State had been designated and currently under construction. 5 people missing as heavy rains cause flash floods in Spain. Do stay with us for details. Welcome back. You're watching Global News with Charles. Voters in Georgia's Gwinnett County said on Tuesday that they trusted the election process amid record turnout at this stage in early voting in the key swing state.
I feel like the election is a free and fair process, regardless of what he said. I think losers always cry the loudest. I feel like for those who vote, who take the time to read the ballots and actually, go and do their civic duty, there's no problem. There shouldn't be any problem. However, like I said,
we're having a hard time. My husband's self-employed, and we're having a hard time making a living because of the way the economy is right now, and we just feel like that hopefully he's going to put us back on some kind of track.
Nothing I can do about it really, so I just have to put my trust in it and hope, and trust, the government to make sure every ballot is counted correctly. So, yeah.
He fight for this country. That's how I lie. He put his heart into it. He fight for the country. He fight for the people in the United States.
After Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump lost the 2020 election, he and his allies attempted to overturn the results through dozens of lawsuits. He also pressured officials in Georgia to find more votes. It is November 5th, but in Georgia, voters are able to cast their ballots ahead of time in many places, as well as by mail. Statewide officials say early voting had broken all records with more than 2.73 million votes cast by Monday lunchtime or more.
This council, the international community.
Mr. President, thank you, Coordinator Winsland, for your sobering briefing. Starvation. I have. It was nearly 3 decades ago, but it's the kind of memory that one doesn't forget. Her rib bones poking out from under her skin, bloated belly, gaunt eyes, and I remember her mother's eyes filled with despair. And I think about her as we have seen reports that no food assistance has reached Jabalia or Beit Lahia since early October. About the ribs and the bellies, the eyes of children in northern Gaza. At the same time, the United States has made clear to Prime Minister Netanyahu that 1 year into this conflict, any Israeli efforts to starve Palestinians in Jabalia or anywhere else, and that Israel's words must be matched by action on the ground.
The United States told it 100